races in a row before crashing himself out of the lead. Now the Honda team have come back, and Las Vegas will be a critical race as we get set to rock and roll for 20 laps of action. The field set in gear. Here we go. Gate drops, charge to turn one. Bale up the inside, trying to get to the front. Whole shot belongs to Larry Ward, and right alongside, Jeff Stanton, number 2, making the inside move. Stanton has the lead. Honda versus Suzuki on lap 1.
Larry Ward comes right back. Stanton wants the lead early. He's having trouble, though, getting it. Ward just not ready to give it up. Stanton would like to put distance between himself and the rest of the field. He wants to do it early because, well, frankly, he'd like to run away from Bale. He'd like to run away from Bradshaw, and Bradshaw did not get a good start. So Stanton might be able to do that. Here comes Bradshaw. He's back about 5th or 6th place. Had the track all to himself, but he's got some catching up to do.
Bale running 3rd, challenging Ward early. Hondas have 2 in the top 3 spots. Good news for them, bad news for Bradshaw, as about a 7th place launch puts the series leader in jeopardy of losing that lead as they work lap 1 here in the Silver Bowl.
A thought just occurred to me, Dave. Rider number 9. We caught a glimpse of him, Jeff Matasevich. Oh, and there goes Ward back to the outside of Stanton. Look at this battle. Now, normally Stanton would run away and hide from Ward, but Ward is strong tonight. Stanton reclaims that number 1 spot. I mentioned Matasevich. He's one of the riders Bradshaw is going to have to pass. There he is off to the left. Remember that earlier confrontation. These two guys do not like each other. Bradshaw's got his work cut out for him.
Matasevich is currently 4th, chasing Bale, and you got to be impressed with Ward. He came through the semifinal, but got a great start for the main event, and he's right there to mix it up with the front runners as Jean-Michel Bale sets his sights on the Suzuki of long, tall Larry Ward up front. Stanton with the good break runs out front, not able to break away. The Honda suffered early in the season. They simply did not seem to be fully prepared mechanically or in terms of rider motivation. But boy, have they come back strong in the last half-dozen races, and they really put the pressure on Bradshaw tonight. Ward trying to salvage something out of what has been a real up-and-down season. When he's good, he's great. When he's bad, he's terrible.
Well, tonight we're seeing the good, and look at there, Damon Bradshaw making a move. He's caught up now to Denny Stevenson. Back to the leader, Jeff Stanton. Ward goes to the, and there comes Bale on the inside. He makes the pass, takes over the number 2 position.
Bale, the defending series champ, with a great move on Ward. Always known for the smooth pass through the rough stuff. Bale just glides effortlessly and immediately begins to open up the separation on Larry Ward, or perhaps more accurately, to set his sights on Jeff Stanton. Tucked down on the inside.
Ward is not going away. He's still there, plaguing the 2 Honda riders. He's taking the outside lines, the not so good lines, if you will, Dave, and he's staying with them. He's tough tonight. I don't know how long he'll stay there, but right now he's hanging tough.
He's going to take the inside line through the whoop-de-doos, and Matasevich may get by. He does indeed. Number 9, Jeff Matasevich, takes over 3rd spot. Bale looks back over his shoulder to see who's there and sees Team Green. We'll be right back. As Dave is staying with Larry Myers, the battle for the Supercross championship. We pick up the race for 4th spot as Larry Ward is now challenged by Mike Kudrowski. We mentioned those green bikes. Now you've got 2 of them in the top 4 as Kudrowski moves up to challenge his teammate Matasevich. 2 Hondas on the point, then come the 2 Kawasaki's. Out front, Stanton and Bale pulling away a little bit. And I'm going to put you on the spot. Is Bale going to stay back there, or can he get around?
I thought we agreed we'd keep our money in our pocket. There's Larry Ward. I'm not going to touch that. Larry Ward, you said he's good, he's bad. Now he's doing it in the same race. He's doing both. He was really good at the opening laps, or in the opening laps, and now he's just going backwards. Of course, the guy that's challenging him is Bradshaw, but he's been passed 3 times.
He's racing with his mirrors, too. He's watching behind him and trying to cover the line.
You can't do that. You can't cover your line. You've got to ride your own race. The guy's going to take advantage of it, just like Bradshaw did. He was trying to block Bradshaw's line, is the only thing I can think of, and he gave Bradshaw a highway to go through. So Bradshaw moves up to the, number 5 position.
Stanton is your leader. Bale is the challenger. They're trying to get away. They have Bradshaw right where they want him, which is somewhere behind him, and it matters not where. If they run 1-2, they know they can take the series leadership back away from the Yamaha. It has been a seesaw battle. Bradshaw led, then crashed. The Hondas took command. Both these guys have led the standings at one point or another in the season. And now Bale is alongside, ready to try to challenge down through the whoop-de-doos.
Unbelievable rider. He is so smooth, so good through the whoops. There is no one in the world better. And now that was an uncharacteristic pass. Bale usually does not take someone to the wall like that. He definitely did that time, almost hitting his own teammate, Jeff Stanton.
Kedrowski gives up a spot to Bradshaw. Damon on the move is into fourth spot. He drops Kedrowski to fifth. Bale will try to accelerate away from Stanton, and it looks to me as if perhaps that interval back to Matasevich is shrinking. Jean-Michel Bale, the reigning king of Supercross competition, came into this season very much detuned, injured, not much tune-up time during the offseason, but he has returned to top form, and Bradshaw is the question mark tonight. He hasn't had to work back from a bad start very often this season. He's doing it now and doing it well. Fourth is the position owned by number 4, and I think the most intriguing thing about this is that Matasevich is the guy in front of him. Remember what happened in that qualifying heat race.
I love it when the two riders, Matasevich and Bradshaw, are on the track fighting for a position. And the reason is you never know what is going to happen.
Bale opening up the advantage, always smooth. Whether he's chasing, whether he's leading, he's always smooth. Bradshaw tends to be a little closer to the edge, a little more radical, and now Matasevich is there to challenge Stanton. Matasevich may be riding his best main event.
Matasevich has actually caught Stanton, who is not that far behind Bale. You saw the interval there. Look how close they are. So Matasevich is riding fast. It's not that they're going backward, Dave.
We'll be back with more after this. This is the battleground as Jeff Matasevich feels the heat from his old rival, Damon Bradshaw. Bradshaw rear-ended him when Matasevich made a mistake in the heat race. Now Matasevich is third, the last podium position, and Bradshaw is trying to catch him and pass him and hopefully preserve his championship point lead. Although really Bradshaw needs to not just deal with Matasevich, he needs to get up there and catch those Hondas.
Well, he does indeed, and Matasevich, of course, has the same thing in mind. He would like to pull off some kind of a pass on Stanton, but actually they're starting to lose ground. And oh, Bradshaw cut across the front of Matasevich, and Matasevich ran into him. Now that was some kind of a pass attempt. Here it is again. Look at this. Bradshaw, I think his intention, Dave, was to do some kind of a block maneuver, and it looks to me like he may have lost control. There's a heavy berm down low. Watch this. Bradshaw goes out of the berm, and he intended to try to turn the motorcycle, but he just went absolutely straight. That was not a takeout move. If it had been, Bradshaw never would have been in that position. He could have had his leg broken.
Meanwhile, Cooper is around Ward. This now becomes the race for fourth spot. Kedrowski has inherited third after the collision between Bradshaw and Matasevich. I'll tell you what, Larry, I'll guarantee you Jeff Matasevich is going to claim that that was a takeout move. Bale is your leader with Stanton in tow. Suddenly, Bradshaw and Matasevich have hit the deck. Now, they're both back up and running again, but well back in the field. Leaders working through lap traffic. Stanton has Bradshaw's teammate Emick to deal with. Where's the third place guy? Here he comes, number 3. Kedrowski is third, and Guy Cooper, potential first-time winner, is up to fourth spot. What a dramatic turn of events.
I'll bet back in fact Matasevich has his helmet turned askew as he's looking behind him, wondering if Bradshaw is going to take one more shot before this one is over.
Well, it represents another huge turn in the fate of Damon Bradshaw. Remember, he won those 5 races in a row and then crashed to lose the lead. Now he has crashed again and will lose the lead to the Hondas as Kedrowski continues from third, trying to hold off Guy Cooper. The race is for third and fourth, and for these guys, lap traffic is the key issue. Got to pick your spots carefully or you too will end up on the ground.
If we go back to 1991, Jean-Michel Bale set a record 8 wins in a season. That gave him the championship. Bradshaw has already won 7, and he's going to end up, before the night is over, in third place in the standings. So what a turn of events.
Cooper stuck behind the lapped rider. Race Homo number 21 and Keith Johnson number 29 making way for the freight train here as Kedrowski gets clear. And Cooper seems to have lost the pace, or perhaps Kedrowski has picked up the tempo a little bit. What was a position battle has now become a pretty solid third spot here for Mike Kedrowski, coming off a runner-up finish last week. Consistency is certainly no problem for him. He just needs to win one.
Yeah, well, not tonight, though, unless Bale and Stanton come together and both of them crash.
We'll be back to see who's going to hold on for the victory. Jean-Michel Bale leads Jeff Stanton in Las Vegas. Supercross action winding down. Leaders number 1, Jean-Michel Bale. Number 2, Jeff Stanton. Headed for the white flag, indicating 1 lap to go. Huge gap back to the third-place man, Kedrowski. The only remaining drama, can Stanton mount some last-ditch effort and catch Bale?
That'd be pretty tough to do. That'd be like drawing an inside straight.
Here in Vegas, of course, they'll try anything. I rather think Stanton would not make a pass attempt, Dave, unless it is an awfully good one at this stage of the game. He's going to settle for second-place points. Bale will take first-place points. They will both move ahead of Damon Bradshaw.
And look who's right in front of Jean-Michel Bale. It is Damon Bradshaw, by our count, 9th on the racetrack, who would be the next man Bale would challenge. I don't think that he'll get up there and mess with Damon. Bradshaw crashed into Matasevich. They both went down, and so it's symbolic here as Bradshaw struggled and Bale and Stanton come by, taking the checker and taking the championship lead. Good night for Mike Kedrowski. After second last week in Michigan, he will come home with a third-place finish as he held off the assault of Guy Cooper and put a Kawasaki on the podium. Bale is the series point leader once again, hoping to defend